Hello everybody, welcome to the Neals Homestead. We got our sweet potatoes yesterday in the mail. They came from Steel Plant Company. They're located in Tennessee, and we ordered 100 sweet potatoes because this is a very important year that we want to make a lot of our own food and be able to carry our food storage into the winter. And so we wanted a lot of potatoes and a lot of sweet potatoes.
The weather is dry enough to work the ground, and we were wanting to get some plastic laid to get ready to put in 2 different crops. We're going to wait to put in the crops till it warms up just a little bit. We might have a frost or 2 yet, looking at the weather forecast. But if we can get the plastic down, that will let us plant even if it's a little too wet to work the ground. We have this kind of cool machine here that lays plastic. We have the ground tilled already, and it makes a ridge by pulling some extra dirt in from the side with these kind of plow-like things on either side. It bunches it up. As it does, it lays a drip line underneath the ground so that the drip line is inside the dirt, which absorbs the most moisture. And then it has a leveler, and it makes a ridge. And then as you get back here, we have a roll of black plastic mulch that runs through some pulley things, and it comes out here, and these wheels kick it apart to stretch it over the top of the ridge. And as it's stretched over, then these 2 discs on either side kick dirt over on top of the edge of the plastic, if everything works right. This thing is a little bit finicky. Everything's got to kind of be set right with the heights and the discs, and it takes a lot of adjustment. Since we're doing such a small amount, if it's not perfect, we can cover the edge again. We've done acres with this, and if you're doing acres, you don't want to have any left that you have to shovel onto, because it gets into a lot of work really fast.
I used to live in the country on a high lonesome hill, crow by day, by night the whippoorwill. I used to live in the country on a high lonesome hill, crow by day, by night the whippoorwill. But I'm satisfied, tickled too, just to be with you.
Hey-ho! Okay.
Well, I'm going downtown with my hat caved in, coming back home with a pocket full of tin.
Since we're going to set it up to water from the other end, we need to tie this end of the drip line so that the water stops here. And we always have to cover this back side of the plastic so that it doesn't blow up. As we started with it, this end of the field is a little wetter and cloddier, so it didn't cover as well as it should. But as it went a little further down there, it really covered quite well. I think we may have to touch it up just a little bit, but it's pretty good. So it didn't feel quite perfect, but I knew it wasn't. It's still on the damp side, and this isn't the best soil, but that's passable, I believe. After it's laid at the far end of the row, I'll just come in here with a knife and cut from the bottom up. Cut it off, and you have to be careful not to hit your drip line down there. And then you get that cut loose, and you have to cover this end with dirt as well. Usually there's a pile of dirt under the machine that you can use to cover it.
Well, I'm going downtown with my hat caved in.
Yep, I'm ready.
Coming back home with a pocket full of tin. satisfied, tickled too, just to be with you.
Okay. Your shovel. Watch out for Grandpa, David.
Well, I promise that I won't be gone too long. I'll be thinking about you every minute that I'm gone.
Alright, down.
Well, I promise that I won't be gone too long. I'll be thinking about you every minute that I'm gone. Well, I'm satisfied, tickled too, just to be with you.
We're doing a second row here. I think we're going to put sweet potatoes in this outermost row, and then we'll plant okra in the inner row next to the potatoes. That way the sweet potatoes can vine out. We held the rows a little further apart than normal, sort of. We've got rhubarb and some elderberries over on this side. If it vines out over them, I think everything will be okay. But we didn't want it to get over in the way of picking the okra too much, or over in the way of the potatoes. So we're going to put them here.
You're the one. Throw your arms around me like a circle around the sun.
Well, we're out at what is going to be our sweet potato row, and what we've done is get a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. We've drilled a hole through here and put a bolt in, and that's going to be our guide. The end was already broken at an angle, so that I think it'll help us get this poked down through the plastic. We're going to plant our sweet potato slips every foot. We've got a tape measure run down through here, and one of us is going to poke a hole and the other one is going to put the plants in. I actually got these plants in the mail a week ago, and I put them in water and they've held up really well. I hate when I get plants and I'm not able to go ahead and get them in the ground, but I think we're going to do it today, and I think they're going to be good because they look really nice and healthy. So let's get going.
I guess I'm going to poke a hole every foot, and Jan's going to plant the plant in after me because she can see better than I can. And so I guess that's what we're going to do.
So we're poking a hole down to the bolt that's in there as our measuring stick. I'm putting a plant down in the hole, and then I'm filling the hole with water. I'm hoping to make a slurry down in there with the dirt that's down there and the water that's gonna go around the roots of the plant. Once again, here's the deal. You went down on top of the water line. So the water line is running like right down the middle, it looks like. So
You're my baby, you're the one. Throw your arms around me like a circle around the sun. Well, I'm satisfied, tickled too, just to be with you.